Blog World and New Media Expo, and meeting with me today is Christi Day.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
She is of Southwest Airlines, and specifically she is their spokesperson slash video blogger slash Twitter.
Yes, I know. It's kind of a jack of all trades position. I'm in the PR department, so I have traditional media relations roles, as well as my new media roles, which are Twittering and kind of taking that corporate spokesperson voice but making it adapted to the social media world. So
how is that working out for you?
It's great. I think Southwest has a really great way of not being that corporate talking head and really relating with our customers, our employees, everybody on a real human-like way. So we just take that and translate it from print media to online media.
I see. When did you start incorporating new media?
Well, the Southwest Airlines blog has been around for a little over 2 years, and since that launch, we've been kind of just dabbling in different tools, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and just, some work, some don't, and it's just a matter of getting out there and trying it out.
So what has specifically do you think worked for you, or what are the surprising things that you've seen now being in new media?
I think some of the interesting things have been just kind of interacting with our customers and getting their feedback on business changes, getting their feedback on what they love, and kind of just seeing firsthand what they're really excited about, what they love. If they have a customer relations issue, a lot of them will tweet it or share it on Facebook, and we're able to go in and address those individually. It's just really eye-opening and engaging for us.
Okay, so what would you say to companies that say it's not cost effective and it's a waste of time, or we don't have time for it? What value does it bring, or what could it bring to corporations like it does to yours?
Well, I think it's very similar to measuring PR. PR is typically sometimes measured in your brand messaging and what people are saying about your brand and the overall thought and feeling that people get when they talk about your brand. I think it's very similar in new media. And I think it's difficult when people think of it as two separate things and think about it as one thing. Just makes more sense. So there's not necessarily an old and a new media anymore. The line is very blurry. So it all kind of translates. You see a lot of journalists that have blogs. A lot of our aviation print reporters now have a blog that they also have to take a video camera with them everywhere. So it's very blurry line. So I would say you just need to embrace these tools because they're not going anywhere.
Definitely. And how do you guys measure the value? Do you say, we get these many tweets, or do you look at the growth patterns? What specifically do you look for?
We look for those things. We also optimize everything. We put source codes in everything so we can see if they're generating revenue for us. So we are measuring for what we're selling, but that's not the only part of it. It's also how are people perceiving our brand? What are the news mentions? What are people saying? What is the conversation that's taking place? And that really, for our leaders, is justification.
And are you seeing that shift from traditional media to new media? More people are adapting to it and engaging in it? And
we're seeing things, on news sites. I know personally, if I go to a news site and I can't comment, I get annoyed, and so I think a lot of our customers feel that way. They want to be able to share and have that two-way communication with the brand, and so developing a way to communicate with the new media and the old media is really effective. I think back a year ago at how much online video we did, and it was for Southwest, it was kind of small. We weren't really that engaged in it, and just over the past year, we really developed some of these tools. 3 years ago, I can't even remember creating an online video. Nobody was really, in my world, really doing it. So I think now it's so second nature. So I just can't wait to see where it's going to go from there. I think Twitter and tools like microblogging will just become more and more robust with more features and tools, and everyone will be able to relate to each other and interconnect. It's wonderful.
It's exciting to see where it's going to go. Now, were you at all involved with the A&E show that Southwest did? It was enlighten me, because I've heard a little bit about it, but I'm not entirely familiar.
The airline show was before my time at Southwest, but yes, it was a very great way for us to authentically have that transparent way with our customers, for them to see this is who they really are. And I think that's really translated well into our blogging and our Twittering and Facebook. People can see that there are people behind a brand, behind a tail on an aircraft. So that we're actually people that work for the company, and we love it.
Well, I think you guys are doing a great job of adapting to changing times, so I wish you well, and thank you for taking time to meet with us.
Sure, I enjoyed it.
Christi Day of Southwest Airlines at Blog World and New Media Expo. Thanks for joining.